Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I will go ahead and I'm gonna do the first thing I want to do is actually time and date. We're gonna do some time and date, and let's take time and date like this. That's just time and date. This is basically this is an update, right? So that you can see how much things have changed basically meanwhile. If you would go to these links here that you see under the picture mine, then you would actually see just video just like this one here. And I went and recorded several videos like just like this one here. And so this is going to be an update about the world that at least I subsist in, okay, for the last 54 years like this. So it's what they refer to us during MK Ultra, and I'm talking about the scientists. They had all kinds of scientists involved in this, from NASA, and what I would refer to as, it was all kinds of people that were coming in this house. There were all kinds of people that were involved in this. When it comes to background, Illuminati, basically, when it comes to government negotiation, background talks, it's all kinds of people. It's not only Hollywood, it's not only sport, world of sport people and show business and so on that come and entertain, and politicians meet them, negotiate with them and so on. It's also scientists that come and are extremely entertaining people, interesting people, fun people to be around with. So, parallel universe, right? I'm sure that you or heard for that expression, and I'm sure that you heard for expression. Yeah, we live in not in a parallel world, simulated world. We do live in a parallel world, yes, but also they spoke about, and there was articles about simulated reality. We live in a simulated reality. So I just want you to see this profile here from the Facebook. You have seen several already of these videos along the years. Owner of the Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg, who was involved in this, and make no mistake, he used me for every property purchase he have committed to in the United States of America, as well as for the Facebook knowledge, technology, and money, capital-wise, and laws, and etc., etc. Look, this is my reality. This is what they portray my profile as. Here is the address, HTTPS. You can see right there. And this is my reality, basically. I just logged myself through another account. It's just a hidden account that I use to check things. And you will see this here, basically. This is what you get to see. I'm going to go and I'm going to reload this stuff like this. This is just something that portrays, basically, it's incredible. I mean, it's incredible. And you people, wherever it is that you are in the world, maybe you should have a good thought about this, if this is the way it should be. During the World War II, they burned a lot of books. Nazis burned a lot of books. And these people to whom they have burned books, as they claimed, and they did burn them books, Jews, this is basically how they pursue our reality. Maybe Jews think that the digital world is not reality. It's, at least, it's what I think they think, unless it gives you the money and power. You have no idea how much extortion was through the Facebook and through the Google Blogger. You have no idea, YouTube and so on, what kind of stuff this was. In a way, they are correct, except that people should be worried. People should be concerned about American U.S. Justice Department of State. They should be concerned about Federal Bureau of Investigation and Central Intelligence Agency. Because if what you see, and this is a reality, if this is how we are to pursue our reality is, and this is a virtual reality is just as real as anything else is real in this world. If you type something wrong on a Facebook that will conflict interests of laws or certain agencies that are aiming, targeting people just for anything that would go against their correctness, against their policy. Groups such as JDL, let's say, or ADL, you're going to be so quickly and prosecuted and called out court and blacklisted and blackmailed and etc., basically through the FBI, which is what they're using to get on toes of the people. They will destroy you. They will destroy you and your family and absolutely everything that can be destroyed. They're going to rip you apart. On the other hand, we see a policy, a big brother policy, that is being exercised blatantly like this, disregarding laws and constitution and absolutely everything that applies to democracy, supporting full-scale hijackings, abductions, psychiatric hospitalizations. As a matter of fact, even through the psychiatric hospitalizations, as was the case, they were using psychiatric hospitalizations to hijack, to abduct. They promised me the same would be if I get to the jail. How can the hell this be normal, to keep a person unemployed for life and present one through issues as you see here to the society? Making a complete misconception about a person, about who and what he really is, presenting one to the public based on the profile which you at FBI obviously have created for me to be. It's incredible. What kind of profile did FBI create for me? Let's just have a little look. Let me just scroll down. It's an easy thing. All I got to do is basically scroll down. And you're going to see here, it pertains to white child prostitution in South Africa, the video that I posted many years ago. Yes, I am against. I am still against. I didn't change. I didn't change against this. Then I posted something about my personal archive. I recorded a video, whatever. Then it's demand for political asylum. I don't even know which one would that be. Then it's a NATO Appreciation Day. So they present me as it's a beautiful video that I created. It's a beautiful video that I created. It's a beautiful stuff that I created. But I created all kinds of stuff. I created 1,000 things. I created more than 2,000 videos and long, damn, 2 hours, 3 hours long videos. And more I created. I've been doing this not full time. I've been doing this double time. And I've been doing this stuff since 2010. I've been learning and studying, thinking. And I had a great opportunity through meeting all kinds of people along the way. None more than from Central Intelligence Agency and FBI. And so, but why do you present me like you create like a profile here? There you go. Whites quarter camps, call them white concentration camp, forced the whites by ANC government, where picture have word thousands of words. The poverty is is horrendous in South Africa. I am against the poverty. I'm against this kind of stuff. I want for the people to live like a human beings. I oppose this, and they're white, and there's no reason to act against them in such a way simply because they're white. These are literally concentration camps right out on open. They are. It's a poverty. People need assistance. People need help. They need food. They need medications at least, if not already jobs, which absolutely they need jobs, because people like this are in a stress. They are in a very bad situation. You're not going to scare me off with this stuff. I mean, I don't care. Individual whose name is it no longer exists. My page was removed. Meanwhile, in South Africa, please read her blog. Afrikaner woman, activist Cornelia de Wet. Is she still even alive? People simply became eccentric. Okay, so they pretty much listed every detail about her. So she participated in the AWB movement. That's a white Afrikaner movement. That's a white Afrikaner movement. Cornelia de Wet, 37, confessed her alleged role in the murders. AVB behind Greek Vastad murders claim. This is year 2013. So when did I post this stuff at all? And this I posted in 2014. And so that she confessed to alleged role in the murders. She implicated the owner of the local security company as being the mastermind of the farm attack, saying it was carried out in order to incite racial hatred and instill sense of fear among local farmers, which would face farmers to make use of his security services. I don't even know anything about this stuff. I don't get it. Where the hell, what is this now? AWB hit squad carried out murders of 3 members of Greek Vastad family on their Northern Cape farm last year. I don't even understand what is this now. Confessed her alleged role. What? She implicated the owner of the local security company being a mastermind. What are they saying, eh? And what is this here? The year is, what is this, 2013. AWB paid for the heat. This is the stuff I have no idea about. I don't know about any of this stuff here. I don't understand how come that I don't understand any of this stuff here. It's like this. This stuff is going to stay here. This is her blog. Raped by police in prison is staying here. Who is Maria Ivanova Shalomova? It was Ukraine that attacked Russia, and not that Russia attacked Ukraine, is what the Ruskies and Chinese believe would convince the world if their lie is repeated for long enough. It's amazing. The year was 2014. Hello, it happened again in 2022. Again, obviously, Ukraine attacked Russia. I am completely wrong about this issue here. I'm totally wrong about this stuff here. Yeah, what I'm projecting, this image here about myself, is the image that is not exactly who I am. However, I do have the problem with this stuff. The problem is that police is implicated in these things, and these things need to stay here so that I can have the proof. I cannot go, even for this post up here that pertains to Cornelia the vet. Even this was the post that Slovenian police addressed me with my having some kind of a bad news pertaining to the girl that was implicated in a crime, listed that she is a victim and stuff like this. I don't see anything wrong with this post here. It's quite incredible. It's quite incredible. Here I'm actually supporting what? The Israel or what? IDF soldier calls on Americans to stand up. Look, I supported all kinds of sides along the years. Opinion changes, right? Basically, opinion changes based on experience and also on the knowledge. Holodomor. Okay. Does this even still exist? Just out of curiosity, what out there is still left? I mean, that can be seen. I mean, I can't investigate everything. It's difficult to know for every little thing that is out there, right? Now, if somebody commit a crime, I'm talking about the Cornelia the vet, that still is not a reason to rape her inside of the prison. I mean, The video no longer is available. Okay, that sounds to me like a democracy. Okay. Okay. Battle of Kito Cannavale. And there is again Israel that I have. If I click on this option here, is it going to be video that we can still see? These documentaries, of course, are gone because they're inappropriate, they're politically incorrect. Look, listen to me very good. This stuff, not this stuff here. The documentaries, I did not even make the documentaries. But the stuff that I posted here, I agree that some of it is inappropriate. I totally agree with it. Some of it, in fact, is very inappropriate. But how the hell is this not appropriate? Inappropriate. It's videos that are being simply deleted about Holodomor. It's video about Israel's nuclear capabilities that's being deleted. The Samson option, how Israel threatens war with nukes. So, they presented me based on my past, took absolutely no responsibility for this. And we're talking about extreme radicalism and racism and all kinds of issues. And browse my page to literally remove videos that would actually give me credibility. At least some sort of credibility. Maybe I don't even seek that kind of credibility today. Maybe that kind of credibility is of no interest to me these days anymore. And therefore they are presenting me like some kind of radicalist, not capable to move on, basically, who's stuck in a time. In 2012, I was thrown into the psychiatric hospital, and they were doing really, really well. They're doing really, really well. What they did to me is just simply incredible. Based on their radicalism, as much as they radicalize me, I honestly do not even see the window out of this anymore. If I wouldn't keep open and intelligent about these things, I would probably stuck in the time. And it would pretty much be it for me. So, this is basically what I am. That's how they presented me. They presented me as just the way you see it right there. That's basically the reality. The video is not available anymore. That's interesting. You see, the thing is that stuff that you have seen, right? And there is more stuff here. Honestly, when you get to my page, when you get to my Facebook page, and we're talking about the same page, you are not going to even find any of this news. This news still exists. This is just so far back in time. And by God, I am not going to go and delete the criminal evidence. I deem to be victim of racism, bigotry, manipulation, extreme violence under MK Ultra, lifelong unemployment, forced unemployment, no right to education, no right to life, no right of any kind. And by God, I'm not going to go and make people happy deleting this stuff. I actually like the way they present this. For me personally, this is a proof that there is somebody out there who would just not let go. So now the question for you people is, what exactly it takes to continue to live. I wrote on my blog what it took to bring me to this level, to reject absolutely everything. Whatever they push down the throat through the violence. But now I'm going to ask you a question. Since I did move on, my blog is a witness that I did move on. What exactly it takes? I'm not going to say to change the impression about me, because I don't give a fuck about what people think about me. Why should I think about what people think about me? Why should I do that? Laws exist for everybody. And it doesn't matter whether you are a single individual, or there is a group of individuals, or there is millions of individuals, or as many as you want individuals. Law is law. It pertains to everybody equally. If it's not equal, then it's not the law. So this is what you have seen here through this page here. That's how they portray me. This is what I am. That's it. You know, if you did go through these links here, you will already see a totally different picture. And like I said, this is just an update. You already have seen the videos like this. And this is actually the same blog, look. However, I am logged in here. This is what I get to see. This is what I see. So now I know there is a lot of websites out there. There is a lot of all kinds of stuff out there. But I know for sure there is none like mine. Absolutely none. And it used to be something similar to this, but there is none. And I don't know what kind of impression one would get about me based on the page that you have seen. Whatever impression that might be, it completely contradicts this impression. This is the real Facebook account that I have. So people just don't see. People get to see the stuff that certain group of the people is demonstrating as a reality, but they don't see any of this stuff here. And so if you're going to portray me for something that I can say really it has no connection to me whatsoever, it would be okay also for me to scroll down here and pretty much give you the reality check. This is the same account. Look, it's the same account. I mean, you would not believe this stuff. It's real, but this stuff is actually real. Look, I'm going to paste this thing here like this. You're going to click this. Trust me, this is the account that you have just seen a little bit ago. With here, you're not going to see not the background picture. You're not going to see nothing. I'm surprised that you can even see my my picture, my profile picture. So this is what you are watching. And basically this here, as I'm about to show you, this is the reality. So they presented me as somebody who is actually a defender of a lady who was involved in a murder for the money. AWB lady. Still, I'm going to say to you, rape is no good. That's wrong. That's completely wrong. And prostituting white children, I think it's terribly wrong, all that stuff. Any kind of children, prostituting them is wrong. So, I understand that, yeah. You're going to have to let it go, this stuff. This doesn't work like this, really. Really doesn't work. So this was the last news in 2015, and then from 2015 nothing. So this is the same account, as I stated, that looks completely opposite of what you have seen. And you just don't get any news like this. You don't get anything like this. There is nothing, absolutely nothing about you don't see any of this video, do you? You have not seen any of these videos. You don't see any news like this, and you don't see any of these videos. You don't know anything about me, really, about what goes on. You get to my Facebook profile, and you have the idea about me based on 2014, 2015, 2013, 2012, when after 39 years of torture, I was thrown in, even into the psychiatric hospital under Barack Obama, right? And so basically under the civil rights. 39 years of MK Ultra torture, you throw me into psychiatric hospital, and you're not doing this because something would be wrong with me. You're not doing this, I know so, because my life was completely erased since I was born. You're doing this, basically hiring Barack Obama to do a dirty job for you, so you can get the worst out of me. Because I'm so fucked up at that point that I don't even know anymore who the hell is doing this shit to me. And in 2017, I actually even boarded the plane with intention to fly to Moscow, to the Russia. And you were able to see right there what I was presenting Russia and China is. I'm so fucked up at this point in time that in 2017, I actually escaped to the Belarus. And that's like already not far from Lee Harvey Oswald, who was charged with the murder of JF Kennedy. I'm not fucked up like that, not even nearly, not even remotely. However, because of what went on in the United States and European Union, I'm not sure anymore what's going on. Now I'm facing the real things. I'm facing the real issue, the real persecution. And under this kind of circumstances, it's reasonable for a person to make assumptions, to defend himself whichever way you know. Find the culprit, find somebody that would help you out. There are two things you look for, right? How much did this have to do with the profile that you as a viewer have been demonstrated? Visitor of my page? I don't think much at all. MK Ultra case is being proven beyond any doubts. Nobody had proven facts about MK Ultra as much as I did. This is insane. Insane amount of proofs. And basically just to be ignored. So, you get to present me whichever way you feel it's good for you, or I should say for your Donald Trump. Actually good for you because you want to get rid of me really badly, I guess. "15,000 pages of MK Ultra diary. political background negotiations removed from the internet. That's my blog, Auser Times. And you simply display about me something that, based on the stuff that you see here, has nothing to do with me. In this, we're talking about the same Facebook profile. We're talking about same thing that I get to see the way you see it here. And you, as a visitor of my Facebook profile, you get to see it exactly the way I demonstrated you. So this is kind of brutal. The person like this is not going to make a lot of friends, don't you think so? It's going to be tough. I think that's brutal. Democracy like this, I mean, really. So, and it did happen so. When they threw me into psychiatric hospital in 2012, without any legitimate proofs, without absolutely any reason, anything at all, they told me, we don't have the proofs yet, but we're going to have them. And in this case here, it appears to me they already have the proofs. Those proofs stop sometimes in 2015, if I'm correct. Because since 2015, you have not seen any news about me anywhere on that profile. So I find this like, I don't know who you are, what you are, whatever you're coming from, but you like this kind of stuff, this kind of democracy. Let me explain to you something. Whatever country that you live in, if they do the stuff like they did to me, you can be 100% certain they also will do to other people, including you. You know that. And you can be absolutely certain about the next thing. You can be absolutely certain that when bad stuff starts to take place in one country, if it's a major country, you can be absolutely certain in bad stuff, the same kind of stuff is going to start to take place also in other countries around the world. Why? Because they don't do this. Governments don't just go and grab somebody off the street and whip his ass. They do this to the people for whom they anticipate they will go and complain to the United Nations. They do this to the people for whom they anticipate will have access to Amnesty International, to European Court, to Human Rights Commission, to anti-torture committees in Europe and in the US, US Justice Department of State, FBI, and do so, therefore, through agreement with other foreign governments before they even do so. Do you understand? So that when you go and you complain about something is being done to you about violation of your rights, you're not going to even get the answer because it's in complete agreement. They mutually sign certain contract in respect to certain person, and your complaint at United Nations, wherever you're going to take one, is just going to find a door shut in your face. I am not against homosexuals. I actually support same marriage. I support gay rights, I'm going to say. I'm one of the people who supports this. Just Obama truly got out of me the worst. What these people did, basically, I turned against the entire world. I was not anarchist. I had nothing to do with the anarchist. You know, if you read this news here and you compare with the way they are trying to present me, you will realize it's got nothing to do with it. And what you're watching here, all through it is on a digital platform, it's a reality. It's real. Stuff that you see is actually real. It's not okay. It's really not okay. And they keep talking about penalizing Facebook. imposing penalties. I don't know what they're doing. Have you seen, by the way, any violations like this one here? And you're not going to intimidate me. I want that, all that stuff to stay right there, because everything is a criminal proof. I already made some serious mistakes because of the brainwash that took place. I had a police, I had politicians from the US, from Russia, from all kinds of politicians. They came and they express, they express all kinds of feelings to me about the stuff that I posted on my Facebook account. They were all stressed out and threatened me and begged me and warned me and, all that kind of stuff during MK Ultra. And I was stupid to actually fall for it. They even advertised me their daughters. That's how stupid I was. And I went and I removed some stuff. And let me tell you today, I don't actually hit myself on my head, but it was a mistake that I did. But I luckily video recorded before I did, so I do have the proofs about everything. But if I would do it, I'm miserable because of the stuff I did. When you try to be a nice guy, you're always going to pull the short one, that's for sure. So that's 10 years ago, that's 11 years ago. Basically, we're talking about 11 years ago. And the image about me, which they formed through the psychiatric hospitalization, persists. Those 5 years of stuff they did to me, it's still displayed, and it appears that it summarized my life, the 5 years of what became actually a psychiatric hospitalization. In 2015, I was again thrown into the psychiatric hospital. Without absolutely any kind of credentials, any kind of anything that anybody would have. If you see this kind of stuff, this has absolutely nothing to do with the way they present me as. Out of, I don't know, maybe 1,000 posts, there is more posts from 2015 and 14 and 13 and whatever. But man, they really outlined like the craziest one, really. From 2015, which I completely changed myself, it appears to me that it's like nothing about me. They keep that like in a dark, so that it's like the person died in 2015. Hello, I'm still alive. Let me show you the picture of myself. Let me wave you hello. By the way, you're watching this on Auser Times. That's me, Bastian Auser, Boštjan Ausec. You're watching Auser Times channel. I'm still alive. It's 2026. You were able to see the time. I took the timestamp at the beginning of the video. So, for me, this is just not correct. The way they do this stuff is just completely wrong. Now, that I'm knowledgeable because I was involved in all this stuff, with all these Illuminatis and all that stuff, man, that's just not my fault. There you have proofs about MK Ultra, all kinds of stuff. I list numerous proofs. I am very protective toward indigenous people. I'm very protective toward black people in South Africa also. I'm protected toward all people. But I am being labeled as, sure, whatever you want to call this. So now, what can I say to you? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a food for thought. I'm not going to say that people change, but I don't know what this got to do with me. I mean, sincerely, honestly, um, Illuminatis did a lot of hiking throughout the Poland, and there was some good Polish people that placed a graveyard for the Paul Walker. There you go. To remind me of MK Ultra stuff in Poland. I mean, this is not graveyard, you know what I mean? This is just like a little memorial to him. And so I found that stuff as I was hiking all these trails, MK Ultra trails. So this is just basically not really, most sincerely, it's not honest. It's just not honest to present me like this. And I really don't think that honestly, I don't think that yeah, there are certain things that bother me. Okay. You can find yourself very quickly on the wrong track with me if you support certain political options that are just like off limits. Like I mentioned a lot of Russia and Serbia, and you know, I don't have nerve for the stuff that makes no sense. Okay, I grew up in the system. I know what the system is. I was threatened in Slovenia, which is more than 2,000 kilometers away from Russia, by the Russians. for departure to the United States, even for departure to the Austria. You know, all kinds of stuff like this. You know, don't make nonsense to the people. Don't make stupid shit. Basically, this is as far as Soviet Union made it, and not Soviet Union, but Russia through the Soviet Union. If you're not going to be doing stupid shit, you're just completely legitimate with me. You know, I don't have the problem with the people. Talking about Barack Obama, talking about the civil rights movement, talking about the black people, American people, black people, Americans. Just, you know, do your stuff, you know what I mean? And don't get into, you were gathering here yourself and watching all this Russian stuff and participating and assisted. You know, that kind of stuff lands you, you know, on an anger list. As you see here, I stand up for a lot of human rights, including for the black people. You don't see it here, but I stood up for the black people, including for the South African black people, all kinds of people, on my blog that was removed down from the internet. You just don't see this stuff, and you know, sorry, but there is a group of people that does things, the same things as they claim were done to them during the Second World War. That's basically, they refer to as, what about if you're so poor that you don't have the money to print the book? Tell me about that stuff. So now, because you're so poor that you don't have the money to pay for the book printout, anybody has the right to do with you, with the so-called tech giant executives, CEOs, and owners. They have the right to do whatever they want to do. I mean, that's what you're saying? It's not only that the only thing in this world that counts that is just, how can I even say? You know, you're trying to make an impression like the only thing in the world counts is the books, like a hard print. It's called hard print. That matters if somebody burns this and that. You know, that's not true. This also is proof. Now, this stuff is being hosted in all kinds of websites, all kinds of stuff, and just because this stuff is being done to me, that does not mean that it doesn't exist. And this is virtual. Yes, you can easily delete with a click of the button, but that really does not mean that this is not a crime, because it's just a crime. Look, I talk about Gestapo and SS and etc., etc., and I'm talking about the European Union. Okay, now I don't even know what happened here. Okay, good. I stuck a little bit. I didn't change. Let me make myself clear about it. I didn't change. I absolutely did not change in any way. You know? I did not change. The only thing is that my perception about certain things changed. That's for sure. Because of coming to realization that it was some people who did certain things corruption-wise, and some other people who did certain things to do bad stuff to me. But that doesn't mean that I changed in any way. I did not change in any way. I'm still the same. I'm still exactly the same as I was. No, I don't know what this is now. We are now in what year is this? 2018? You know, the more proofs that I got about this stuff, what is so wrong about this stuff? I mean, what is so wrong about it? What's so wrong about this stuff? You know, this group of people that claim Nazis have done such evil to them. What I have the problem? We don't have any kind of problem. We click like this, we look like this. It's every day on display. This is worse than concentration camp on open. Imagine to be locked up in a little area without food, without the water, and every day basically shot at with the snipers, bombs thrown from the plane, rockets shot at you. This is worse than concentration camps. You know who is doing this? Jews are doing this. They're pointing out at Iran this and that, but they started the war through extermination procedure of Gaza people. People in the West Bank, Lebanese people, small people, tiny little people that have no way to defend themselves. This is how many got killed today. This is the news of today. This is the last 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I clicked right now. Is it for the week? Let it be last 24 hours, because it's every day that you see the news like this. They kill children, they kill women, they kill numerous people, completely innocent people. Look. They kill people on a daily basis, and you don't get to see this in the mainstream media. If you click into the you go to individual sites and you search for a particular news, you do. Otherwise, you do not. And these people, seems to me, they still protest all this time, all along. They still protest. They continue to protest. They protest. They protest. They protest. They protest. They protest. They continue to protest. They say, "Oh my God, look what you have on your website. It is terrible." Right? It's terrible. That's how they present me. This is the same profile. That's all you get. They killed over 80,000 white people in South Africa. Farmers. But not only farmers, all kinds of people. How the hell can that be good for anybody? If you're to bring the democracy, if you're to stop the hunger, then you have to step to the table and you have to negotiate, you have to talk about these things and work together with one another. Silence means approval. Silence means consent. Silence means to agree. Don't listen to me, because this is your opportunity to do something about the future. You yourself, not me. This is about you, who will live with these people, who will live with one another and depend on one another. So they basically outline me. They outline me like the ultimate slimeback for doing this stuff. Yeah, I don't agree with the extermination procedure they took throughout the Middle East. I don't agree with it. I agreed with removal of dictators, of the violent people. I did not like Gaddafi. I did not like Saddam Hussein. I don't like any of these people. However, I did hope that US, European Union would build alliance throughout the Middle East. I hope that they would build schools. I hope they would invest into the factories, into the infrastructure, into a friendly relationship with Israel. That they all together would profit from within, that they would live with one another. That's what I believe. I believe that we're going to see something new when it comes to Israel. I supported Israel heavily. I did. It is true. You might actually, as I scroll down, see that stuff. I did not know the whole thing is going to end up like this. I didn't know that they're going to burn Iraq and Syria and Libya and all these countries just to cause evil. I had no idea about this. I thought it would be a change. I thought the same change as the one in Eastern Europe would take place. I thought it's going to be like in Poland or Czech Republic or Slovakia, in Libya and Iraq and in Syria. And it did not happen this way. That's the stuff I'm not proud about. That's just simply presenting me in an extremely negative context. There you go. When I pick up lately on Netanyahu niece. Benjamin Netanyahu had a niece in Budapest. That was in 2017. And I was kissing myself with this niece all over the Budapest. Well, she's Jewish, I mean. It's not my fault if you chose the wrong pattern, you know? You chose the patterns that I'm not going to follow this stuff into a hell. We have the patterns that are same as those which were acknowledged as a big mistakes in the past. And I am not going to be, testing on my skin what humanity refers to as the mistakes from the past. I'm not going to be developing this. If you want to go and you want to do stuff to Palestinian people and stuff, this is your problem. There is just persecution and a lot of stuff that just little bit I publish on my website. But this is just the psychiatry courts. I am truly surprised that I kept the sanity on track the way I did. They made me crazy with this radiation issues and all kinds of stuff that also contributed to, well, not exactly to best of my image. However, at least it shows up that things are not okay. Okay, so you don't get to see anything like this. You don't get to see absolutely anything like this, and They brainwashed me about the laptops being health hazards, and etc., etc. Radiation crap they brainwashed me with. In reality, I had a very serious health problems. Not mental health problems, but very serious problems they developed. Since 2017, my sleep was even at 2 hours, and I'm glad I actually even video recorded, I think in 2016, at one point in time, that I had like 2 hours of sleep. So this is just completely impossible. With Milan Kucha and Robert Golob, who was literally obsessed with the idea to make me, to completely destroy my sleep, to make me sick to a degree that I will have no sleep. They hallucinated about making me, destroying me sleep. They came to conclusions sometimes in 2008, exactly to be exact, about the Robert Golob. He started to pride himself about, he started to pride himself about, he started to pride himself about, he started to pride himself about my not getting enough sleep. And that actually grew, I believe, through the cardiovascular heart inflammation and likely liver and kidney issues. But I think the heart inflammation is the biggest factor. I don't know. Into permanent 4 to 5 hour sleeps beginning 2017. So, you know, MK Ultra is where they don't allow you to sleep, when they don't allow you to breathe, when they absolutely drive you insane, crazy. You know, you see the year 2017? Do you see it? You see the neo-Nazi swastika on Barack Obama? You see it. You see who I did. All of you black people agree with this. There's none of you that would not agree with me. There's not one black person in America that would not agree with me. So, you know, you try to present me, and I told you what you do to one person. If you do to one person in one country, you definitely do to other people in the same country. And if you do like this to other people, actually, to the people you do the stuff like this, it's also people like myself that do have ability, access to complain to international organizations, courts, human rights agencies. You better believe it, it will affect you people in other countries as well, because if you didn't learn from my case how they do this, you never learn anything in your life anyways. Now you either know, understand, and comply, or maybe today you learn something new, or the third option is you just don't care. And, well, I did my job. That's basically what I pride myself in. Doing best against all the odds, I did it. And so this is just an update for you to see how they treat me at the Facebook. It's not only 15,000 pages that Sergei Mikhailovich Brin, a Russian Jew, a Google co-founder, have deleted from the internet. It pertains again the same thing to the Mark Zuckerberg. It's how they do with me. That's how they present me. They present me, they create the person out of somebody based on their own taste. I had no idea about this girl that, and it's gonna stay over there anyways. I hope that she is okay. I pray for her. The truth is questionable. Cornelia de Vet was even involved in MK Ultra, for me to tell you. And I've seen all kinds of things during MK Ultra that were extremely, extremely negative on both sides, including South African black police was also extremely racist, bigoted, cooperated with the Slovenian side, even threatened me with certain issues that no way in how they possibly could prove me wrong. But through MK Ultra, what they do is, it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, it's exactly the way you see it here on this page. This is MK Ultra page. I don't exist practically. There is people among you that don't exist. And so that you can do to the people like this, you can do anything you want to do like this. You agree with this kind of system? This is not about the freedom of speech. This is about some completely other issues. This is like upgraded, something that none of you should ever agree to. So this stuff we can continue to roll down. And I don't think whatever background you might be, whether you're Asian or you're black or you're white or whatever it is that you are, wherever you are in the world, this thing does not benefit you. You're not profiting from any of this stuff here. You're not getting stronger. You're not getting better. You're not getting ahead. Stuff that's happening to me, it's sooner or later started to happen to other people. And today, more or less, entire world already suffers. Things are only going to get worse. I'm going to say to all of you, thanks for watching my video. I hope you have seen it. Don't know how much you learned it, but people learn from stuff that they actually have the proofs they can see. And here at my place, you actually get to see this stuff. You actually get to see it. You actually get to feel it. The stuff that if you're going to go to another website, whatever website you're going to go, the mainstream media, they're not going to tell you about this stuff. Now imagine if this news that you're watching here would appear on a Yahoo on the front page. Imagine the news that you see here would actually appear at MSN.com or maybe at the CNN. Imagine the news like this would come out at the CNN, or imagine the news like this would come somewhere else, and this kind of news would just come out. I mean, what do you think it would happen? What kind of effect would that have on you? Then you would probably, most of you, this is the way it is, most of you would probably say, oh yeah, that's the way it is. I saw the guy the other day, he reported this on a YouTube, on a whatever, Facebook, I saw this thing, it's actually real. Then you would say it's real, but you don't believe me. Obviously, you don't believe me because it's my channel or something. I really don't get this. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching this video. I think it's a interesting stuff I have gone through. I think that there's a lot it can be learned from. If I'm going to be guilty, then you have to charge me to absolutely everything, and I'm not willing to accept any kind of fault. But the way you want to do this stuff is just, it's kind of ridiculous. Presenting me in such a way that basically it's you try to present me in your way, and that's not legitimate. a lot of news in 2018, and we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it all the way. A lot of Russian news, yes, true. I made it all the way to... Poor I was poor. I was so poor. I was such a poor guy that... Thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you took something with you wherever you're from, and you will understand that this video, the reality, all through it's virtual, it's evidence. It's in your best interest wherever it is that you are. Goodbye. Thank you. I'm going to take one more time, date and time. You have seen this stuff on the Auser Times. Yes, I am still alive. You have watched exactly the same account, the account that you have seen, exactly the same account you have seen, and yes, that's me. I'm Bastian Auser. You have seen me. I'm still alive. Yes, indeed. That is me. That is correct. I gained a few extra pounds again, but that's me, okay. And this here is not. Okay, this here is just not. But yes, do I support these children in South Africa, white children? Yes, I do. It hurts me when I see it. The white squatter camps, I don't like them. I don't like people to get assistance. I don't like people going to waste. I feel that every person that goes to waste is just wrong. I feel that this world is too wealthy for people to go to waste.